ballin', so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen, all I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. The game is friendless, the pain is endless. The game changed, I blame these lame pretenders. My friends and Benzes parked at the entrance. Inside, you still hear the engine like ren, ren, this is your engine.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game could be full of exciting plays as we have two teams who can get up and down the field. The Panthers are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Bengals, who will have to try and slow them down.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Carolina Panthers. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Flush to his right. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Foreman. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. A swing pass caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. former second-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
There he goes left side. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run it with Carson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Mixon looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear.
Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Newton. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it, complete to Fowler. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Panthers. 48 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Willis in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A carry for Foreman. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll come out in the pistol. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And his kick is right through. Gano out to kick this one away. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground, mix him again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Ooh, with a juke. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Back to throw, Newton. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Tom Hackett now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's second down. Now Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The toss play to Mixon, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They're going to look to throw, and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Shaq Thompson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Here we go. 3 and 19.
Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Jeff Locke now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Newton. Forced out to his left. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton escaping the pressure right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Newton now to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, here's Newton. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
He completes it middle of the field to Janis. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Now Foreman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short. Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're under pressure again, and down he goes again. Deshaun Hall in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. He won't go down. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 50, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard near the 48-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Newton. And Fowler's got it. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And now a first down following that long gain. Throwing again is Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run again with Foreman. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the left hash, this from 37. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Nixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Here's Jeff Locke now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to air it out deep for Green. This is caught inside the 15. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Bengals on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On the toss, Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The gun. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it. Couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
third down. He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
Here we go now. Three, nice catching now. Party. Detroit. Over.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Now Newton on first down. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Second and 10. Newton again. Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Cam's going to run the option right. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. On third down, Newton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Well, there's a reason he's called Riverboat Ron. Rivera going to lead the offense out on fourth down. And he get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19 and an unlikely first down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating a certain amount.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Incomplete into the hands of Fowler. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They'll run with Foreman. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. gun. Newton. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Well, a decent little gain puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Now they run with Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff working right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Denied on... Fourth down is Joe Mixon, and the Panthers will get the football back. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. As they run the counter play. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Carl Nassib in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 10. A great return there. Bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Peppard! Hurry up!
First throw now for the backup Kaya. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now they try the right side here. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
To throw on 2nd down is Kaya. Being chased out left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been stymied left and right, converted only one time. This will be 3rd and 6. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Hurry up. Here we go. 319.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Carolina, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.